We're going to kick off this section with the top 10. And naturally, at number 14 is Urchin.
Which I really like. This is the directorial debut from Harris Dickinson, and I thought it was very well done. It's a film that on the one hand has its kind of feet on the ground, and it's got a very good sort of tactile feeling of, this is what the life is like for this main character who's intensely unlikable, which is one of the interesting things about the film, is that you empathize with a character who is not easy to like. But it also has these kind of slightly transcendent little details to it, and I think Harris Dickinson's got a very good career in front of him, not just
I've just a quick aside on that, because I was listening to you talking about his dedication last week, and I thought actually I can fully verify it and fact check that, because I auditioned for a cameo in Urchin, and normally when you audition these days, any actor will tell you 99% of the time you're taping with another actor on your own at home, sending it in. If you do go in, you're not even meeting the casting director, you'll meet their assistant, their tea making person who just turns on the thing, reads from a script and kicks you out. When I auditioned for Urchin, it was Harrison. It was him. He was there. Literally, right, okay. He was doing the audition. He was giving me notes. He was acting with me in the room. And I was like, okay, that never happens. Literally never happens. So it hasn't happened before and it hasn't happened since.
Yeah. Well, I think his dedication is absolutely clear. And like I said, I do think that that's the thing that will see him through, because he really means it.
Number actual 10 in the US. Oh, no, 10 here, and 7 in the US is Avatar, The Way of Water. Why is this out again? What's
Avatar, The Way? Because there's another Avatar film coming up, and they just want to remind everybody, what Smurfahontis underwater looked like. So yeah, hey, go refresh your memory of.
I'll pass. You have to watch this stuff. At number 9, how is this still going? The Bad Guys 2.
I know.
It's impressive.
11th week, and it's so average. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad, but it's so average. But it's hit that sweet spot. There's a phrase, isn't there? It's better than good. It's mediocre, and that's exactly what Bad Guys 2 is.
It's better than good. It's mediocre. That reminds me of Ren and Stimpy. They had an advert for log. You could buy a piece of wood called log, and the tagline was it's log, it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood, it's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Number 8, 12 in the US is Him.
Which the problem with Him is that on the one hand, it's a kind of interesting body horror that's nominally a sports movie, but is actually a body horror film. The problem with it is that it reminded me of a bunch of other films, like The Substance, like the works of David Cronenberg, right, which I thought did this better. I mean, Jordan Peele gets an exec producer credit on it, and the performances are good, but I really thought it wimped out at the end. I thought there was an ending that it should have had that it didn't have. Then again, that's always that thing about don't review the film you wanted it to be. Review the film it was, and the film it was it's all right.
Fair. At number 7 is The Long Walk.
We've had so much correspondence about this, and the most interesting thing was from an email a few weeks ago from somebody who said they thought it was absolutely a celebration of friendship. I mean, I thought it was a very, very bleak film, and I thought it was much more about kind of the current state of American politics, which is horrific. But it was proof, once again, that you take from a movie what you bring to it.
And at number 6, Kantara, A Legend, Chapter 1.
Yeah, so this wasn't press screen. This is an Indian epic period mythological drama. If anyone's seen it, please do send us a review.
Please do. At number 5, The Conjuring, Last Rites. I mean, everything has been said, hasn't it? The sigh is all we need to hear.
Yes. No need to say any more.
Evidence, Your Honour. At number 4, The Smashing Machine.
You have an email.
Oh, yeah, we do here. Let's have a look. That's not that one. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Dear Mr. Smashing and Mr. Machine, I watched Ben Safdie's The Smashing Machine this past Saturday, and simply put, I felt seen, as the kids would say. The very short of it is I fought professionally in the mid-noughts, no one knows how to say that decade, While I'm not an athlete of any renown, I earned enough to pay for my bachelor's degree, pay off my mum's credit card bills, and pay off another family member's medical debt. Yes, I am American. For my trouble, I lost 4 teeth. God, I had months where my face hurt for days, and had mornings where my shoulder ached so much I couldn't even lift a toothbrush. Now, as a film, The Smashing Machines plot was undercooked. It suffers from the typical issues that plague biopics, where real life is often mundane and the real facts are publicly available, so dramatic license is or should be limited. But as a depiction of a fighter's life in that time period, I thought it was presented brilliantly. So many scenes felt all too real and familiar. From the emotionally charged domestic arguments to unsuccessful attempts to manage pain, to the great lengths with which Mark went to avoid conflict outside of the ring, I found myself reliving similar moments in my own life. I must admit that I knew all about Mark Kerr before seeing the film. His story is why I avoided prescription painkillers and why I set a deadline for myself to stop fighting by age 24. A frequent criticism I've heard about the film is that it didn't need to be a film or that it would be better suited as a documentary. But after 18 years since I last stepped into a ring, I finally have an instance in film media where I can show friends and family this is what I felt like. Thank you for all the years of insightful film reviews, Tinkety Tonk, Down with Fascists, and their embarrassing plan to host a fight card on the White House lawn. All the best, Aaron in California.
Well, thank you for that. And I mean, I think that's a really brilliant response, certainly from somebody who's actually seen this from the inside. I mean, one of the things for me was watching the film and being shocked at just how violent the ultimate fighting was. I mean, it was literally closer to a pub brawl than organised wrestling. You're quite right about things, but obviously Smashing Machine was a documentary before it was a feature. And I think that both the strength and the weakness is that they haven't taken huge dramatic license. What they have done is tell the story as it was, which I know therefore gives it a certain sense of mundanity, but that is because that is what actually happened. It is. I love the fact that you said, I feel seen, and I think that's terrific, and thank you for that response. And I do think it is worth saying that Dwayne Johnson's performance is eye-opening. I mean, he's unrecognisable at the beginning, but it's a really, really good performance from him. I mean, I can't. I mean, well done for putting yourself a date to get out of the sport, because from what I've seen of it, and I've only ever seen of it what I've seen in this film, it looks like an absolute brutal endeavor.
Yeah, no, it really does. Just from the little snippet I saw on the show last week, it looked wow. And like you say, Dwayne did not look like Dwayne.
Yeah,
I mean, he really didn't. At number 3, it's aristocrats all being lovely, because they all were, weren't they, Mark? In the old days, they were lovely, especially to poor people. Downton Abbey.
There was a story.
Yeah, Downton Abbey, the grand finale.
Email.
The email that's been sent in has been titled Downton Abbey, the grand finale, asterisk, which I like. It's from Paul. He says, Dear Mark and Simon, second emergency email of the day, as I felt adding this into the rather more serious previous email would be a bit jarring. In regard to your general disbelief that The Conjuring Last Rites will not be the last, and that Downton Abbey, the grand finale, is less than final, may I suggest you borrow some punctuation from a film that no longer needs it? Marvel's Thunderbolts asterisk was retitled to The New Avengers the day after it was released, and thus spoiled the end of the film, so no longer needs the asterisk. I suggest this is now moved and used somewhere else. For example, The Conjuring Last Rites asterisk, thus implying to the church that you think the name of a movie is almost certainly incorrect. The asterisk can then be moved to another film when the inevitable next Conjuring is announced. Hope that helps. From Paul.
Very good. Very good, yeah. And I was reminded when they were making 4 Weddings and a Funeral, somebody told me that one of the titles that was suggested for it was Toffs on Heat. And this has since been denied by Richard Curtis and everyone involved in the film. But when I was watching Downton Abbey, the grand finale, the only thing I could think was Toffs on Heat.
Toffs on Heat. Well, there you go. It's out there and it's doing well. And if you want to see it, go support it. I mean, it's good to get bums on seats, isn't it, at the end of the day? At number 2, One Battle After Another,
which I really, really liked. And Child 2 went to see it and really, really liked. And then we had a sort of, a thrilling family discussion about which bits we liked and which bits, didn't. However, the remarkable thing about One Battle After Another is that it has been knocked off the top spot for this week anyway, by a film that technically isn't actually a film. So at the number one spot in this week's chart is
Taylor Swift, the official release, Party of a Showgirl.
Which is described thusly: an 89-minute showgirl presentation consisting of the music video for the new single, The Fate of Ophelia, which apparently turns up twice, and then lyrics for the other songs, and then insights into each tune from Taylor Swift, and then there's some behind the scenes videos. So it's basically it's released, obviously in conjunction with the album, and it has packed cinemas out and knocked one battle after another off the top spot while still being technically not actually a film.